Rob Zombie rose to fame as a member of the band White Zombie before beginning his solo career. Zombie's debut album, Hellbilly Deluxe, was influenced by classic horror films, as were its music videos for Living Dead Girl and Super Beast. The album was a commercial success, selling over 3 million copies in the United States. And, after working on animations for Beavis and Butthead Do America, directing several of his own music videos, and then unsuccessfully attempting to write a script for a sequel to The Crow called Crow Salvation, Universal, being impressed with Zombie's work, approached him to design an original maze for their soon-to-be-revived haunt, Halloween Horror Nights. This is the brief history of House of a Thousand Corpses, American Nightmare, and you're watching Haunt Season. Most people tend to think that the original House of a Thousand Corpses maze was based on the film of the same name, but actually, the opposite is true. After Universal approached Zombie to help them with an idea for a haunt, Zombie came up with the idea of park guests being trapped in the run-down, disgusting home of an insane family. Taking heavy inspiration from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Zombie laid out an idea that would see parkgoers enter the home of the Firefly family, where they would be challenged to not only make it through the derelict house, but escape it with their lives. This house would be called the House of a Thousand Corpses, due to the idea that, within the fantasy realm of the maze, many guests would not make it out alive, and their corpses would be stacked up and collected so that other brave entrants would have to navigate through the bodies on their path to freedom. Universal loved this idea and gave the green light to Zombie, giving him complete creative control over the maze, which would open for the 2000 Horror Nights season. At the same time this was happening, Universal and Zombie formed a partnership for future film projects. And after unsuccessfully campaigning to be a part of an animated Frankenstein film, Zombie was asked to come up with an original horror property. Inspired by his own maze, Zombie went home and wrote a 12-page treatment that expanded upon the Firefly family's history and featured a story about a group of young adults being trapped within the Firefly home on Halloween night. As a means of cross-promotion, this film would also be called House of a Thousand Corpses. The feature was filmed and completed by Halloween of 2000, and Universal and Zombie had hoped to launch the film and maze together. But due to the graphic violence and copious amounts of blood and gore present in the finished movie, Universal balked at the release and shelved the picture. This led to a rebranding of the maze as Rob Zombie's American Nightmare, but it would still feature numerous nods to the film, and the trailer for House of a Thousand Corpses would play repeatedly while guests waited in line for the maze. Either way, the house was a runaway success, and Zombie and Universal would go on to release House of a Thousand Corpses in 2003, with a follow-up entitled The Devil's Rejects in 2005. While neither film was a smashing success at the box office, both garnered a massive cult following, and this would lead to Horror Nights launching an officially branded House of a Thousand Corpses maze in 2010. And, thanks to its insane popularity, the same house would feature again, but in glorious 3D, the following year in 2011. This year will see the release of the third and final Firefly film, Free from Hell, and it is heavily rumored that another zombie maze will be making its way to Universal's Halloween Horror Nights once again. So, that was the brief history of the House of a Thousand Corpses maze at Universal Studios Hollywood. If you enjoyed the video, please comment, like, and subscribe for future content. And, as always, thank you for watching.